Shelby, I'm taking a look at your paper right now, as you can see through this web recording. Um, Here it says something accurate and unique for your title, which means you were supposed to put your title there. You also need to put another return in order to get it to the top of this page, so you hit enter again. And then up here in the header for on page 2, you need to put your title in there in all caps. So that's one thing. Something else, be careful with your in-text citations. Here you have each patient is free, etc., started to speak. Beneficence means to do good. And then you have Burkhart and Nathaniel. Well, one, you've got a period here. So I'm guessing that there's several sentences maybe that is from Burkhart and Nathaniel. I don't know. But without an introductory tag or a signal phrase, I don't know where it starts. You really should have a signal phrase in order to let your audience know where that Burkhart and Nathaniel begins. Again, later down here, you have... where is it? Here. You just have page 71. It's a direct quote, but you have no author or date in your signal phrase. So there really isn't a signal phrase. So you need to have the author and the date here in your parenthetical citation. So these are just some APA things you need to work on. Looking here, you've got this extra space. And then obviously I see you haven't finished, which I know you said this was, you just want to know if you were on the right track or not. Something else is that you have during a nurse's career, you see that right here? So that means that your subject is singular and then you have they. So this should be he or she. So you should have instead during nurses' careers, plural, then you can say they. Looking over your opening paragraph, let's see, ethical dilemmas are caused by, I wouldn't say they're caused. Influenced maybe would be a better word. And if you're going to say it belongs to someone as in one's morals, values, again, you would have to have an apostrophe here. So it'd be possessive. But again, you might want to make it plural. So you don't have to worry about he, she. Again, you have morals are a person's belief of what is right and wrong. Morals and values do you mean combined? Affect the way one interprets each ethical situation. Well, I'm not even sure what an ethical situation is yet. You talk about dilemma, so if you're going to use that, use the same terminology. Ethical dilemmas are handled professionally when applying, maybe by applying the 4 main ethical what 4 main? The 4 ethical principles of nursing, the 4 principal ethic, or what is it? What are they? Yeah, so it's the 4 ethical principles of nursing. Autonomy, bonus, adjustment are the ethical principles nurses must follow in ethical dilemmas. Okay, these 2 sentences here need to be combined because you're repeating yourself a little bit, and if you combine them, they would be more succinct. In order to follow these, a nurse must learn to and be able to set aside. Here you have nurse singular, there is plural, morals and values. To think critically and analyze the situation. An example of an ethical dilemma in the medical field is the case of a pill angel. Okay, so it's better. Work a little bit on clarity and making your writing more concise. Okay, something else. Here under the fundamental ethical principles, those should each principle should have its own paragraph. And you should have an example from nursing. It doesn't have to be something you can document, just even in general example of what each one of those would be, and explain why they're so important. So you need to add those in there as well. Okay, looking at this paragraph here, just a few things. One, go back over all of your grammar. You've just got some typos and things that make it awkward. Additionally, you have, for those of you reading this article, do not directly address your audience. So you need to be taking that out. Let's see. So the beginning stage, keeping her small. Why? Okay, if you're going to start a new paragraph here, because there's this big gap, then you need to actually indent it. Okay, here you have both parents believe they were doing what Ashley would want. And then you say beneficence was displayed by her doctors when they decided to remove her breast, since she will not breastfeed would would only be a discomfort. As in, you're saying removed her breast since she would not breastfeed, and you mean they would only be a and probably you want to say breasts plural, right? And I am not sure what, again, you just have the page number, so you don't have where you got it. You need author and date, you know, the year. But you don't really explain how that's beneficence. And you're not talking about all of the principles here. I only see, let's see. So I don't see the other ethical principles being discussed. Can you say that their morals and values were strong? What were they, though? I mean, we need to know what their morals and values were, not that they were strong. So it needs more development. You need more explanation and support for everything that's going on in here so far. I mean, you're going in the right direction as far as how you're looking at it, but it needs a lot more work.